I was fine until 2 seconds ago.
He's officially accepted.
Hi guys, welcome to my channel. Welcome back to those who are returning. My name is Angel. I'm a flight nurse in the Air Force, and today I'm coming to you guys with a video about my deployment homecoming. I'm going to talk to you a little bit about the process I took to come home from my deployment and give you some tips on military air travel and just talk to you a little bit about, you know, what it was like for me to come home. As you can see, I'm no longer in my deployed room. I am home in North Carolina, and I'm so grateful and thankful to be home. And I'm just, honestly, I'm the happiest I've been in a very long time. If you're not already subscribed to my channel, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. I really appreciate the support. And don't forget to hit the notification bell so you're notified when I have a new video that comes out. You guys have no idea how thankful I am for those who return to watch my videos, and for the people who are new here at the channel. I am so thankful and very grateful for you guys. So thank you for the support. If you are at all interested in hearing about these tips, then stay tuned. Without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. All right, guys, let's chat a little bit about what it was like for me to come home. Where do I even really begin with this video? I'm literally boring myself. Pathetic. The redeployment process was fairly simple. You start with your out processing checklist. I'm not gonna really go over the steps for redeployment because to me that's like stupid. Like, you're gonna go through it and they're gonna tell you exactly what to do in order for you to get home. So I'm not gonna go over those steps, but I'll talk to you a little bit kind of like tips and tricks that I found out on this deployment that I wish I would have known that kind of would have been helpful. This is my third deployment, which I mention all the time, but I thought I knew a lot, but there's some things that I learned on this redeployment and I want to share that with you guys.
Long awaited.
Bye, Tifa.
Wow, video. Bye.
Yeah, bye. All right, bye, senior. I'm gonna miss you so much.
Bye.
The very first thing is you have to drop off your luggage the day before. If you're going on a military air flight, you're gonna have to pack, have everything, and drop it off so they can load it as cargo. They can palletize it and load it as cargo and have it ready to go for your military air flight. Guys, I am legit sweating trying to drop my bags off right now. Like, this is a military air flight. I want to kind of explain a little bit about what that is, meaning you're going on a military aircraft like a C-17, a C-130, or a KC-135, or a C-5. Basically, you're not going on a civilian aircraft, you're going on a military aircraft. It's a little bit different, and honestly, to me, I think it's better. The civilian aircraft is just like a commercial flight. You know, you're stuck either in the middle seat or, you know, it's just confining. On a military aircraft, you can actually lay out, you can relax a little bit more. To me, it's nicer. I prefer them, and I was really happy when I found out that it was going to be a military air flight versus a civilian rotator to get me back home.
So these are called S-hooks, guys. You always want to travel with them if you're traveling mil air. Always. Baby wipes. These are like 20+ hour flights. Stay fresh. I've already eaten a lot of my snacks, but to give you an idea of what I pack for snacks, lots of junk food. Lots of junk food. Obviously Uno. Gotta have Uno. Some more Thin Mints. Cliff Bars. Girl Scout cookies. The works. Also need to have a yoga mat. Honestly, the best thing for sleeping on Mil Air is a hammock, but if you don't, yoga mat, pillow, blanket, more pillows, you'll be good.
Knowing what to pack and what to bring on a military air flight makes a big difference in the comfort level while on the flight. I was flying on a C-17, and that's honestly the Cadillacs of military aircrafts. That's what I feel. It's honestly my favorite. I wanted to go over in a little bit more detail what I pack for a military air flight. So this is my book bag. You need to have some sort of ear pro. I use actually my Beats. They're earphones, but they're also noise canceling, so they work really well as ear pro. You also want to bring some sort of painkiller. I don't know. I get really bad headaches on flights, so I usually will bring ibuprofen or Excedrin, but I don't usually take the Excedrin just because it has caffeine in it, and that prevents me from sleeping. Speaking of sleeping, you want to bring some sort of like sleep aid. If you have no problem sleeping on long, uncomfortable, noisy flights, then don't bring a sleep aid. But I would bring melatonin or something like that to help me sleep. And you also want to bring like a sleep eye mask as well. You have to bring your own food. I talked a little bit about the snacks that I bring, but food always gets stuck in my teeth. So these are, I bring this wherever I go. Gum, hand sanitizer, especially important. I have some here. I have some hanging on my bag as well. So yeah. Baby wipes, I think, are really important because you want to stay fresh on these flights. They're very long, so if you need to like clean up a little bit, you'll have the tools to do that. I bring card games with me because, I mean, should there be a because? Uno? I mean, Uno is life, yo. And these were just some leftover snacks, but bring healthy snacks, guys. I brought a lot of junk food because I went to my first sergeant and said, hey, I'm going on this flight. Where are all your care packages? I advise you to bring food for the flight. Bring snacks. Just know what you're going to eat, because it's either that you're going to eat an MRE or you bring your own food. And yeah, a mask, obviously, because of the climate that we're in, we need to wear masks. I brought lotion for my ashy hands. And what else do I have? More hand sanitizer, some Vaseline, because just remember that it gets very, very dry on the aircraft. So you want to have lotion, Vaseline, lip gloss, something of that nature, right? Just to help you with that dryness. All right. So that's really all that was in my bag. You also want to have, I had mentioned the S-hooks. These are really important just because it helps you clip things, clip your bag on fixtures in the aircraft so it doesn't move around when it becomes turbulent, or for landing and things of that nature. And then I brought another S-hook for my water bottle. You want to bring a water bottle, guys. You want to bring a water bottle because you're going to be very thirsty. Like I said, you're flying and it gets very dry up there. So on military flights, depending on the military aircraft, you can lay down in the flight. It just depends on the aircraft. Like on a C-130, there's not really anywhere to lay down. But on a C-17, there's more room where if you are quick, you can find a spot on the aircraft and lay down when you're at cruise. You may have the opportunity to hang a hammock. So I'll tell you the 3 options for sleeping purposes that's most comfortable. Hammock is number 1. That is the most comfortable option. First come, first serve. You got to be quick with the hammocks, okay? Second option, a sleeping bag. They're not obviously as comfortable as a hammock would be, but a sleeping bag is a good alternative. And then the third option is a yoga mat with a very nice fluffy blanket. Always bring a pillow. Always bring one of these as well. I find it very helpful to have those items, and it makes the difference between a painful flight on a hard metal surface and a somewhat comfortable flight where you can actually get some shut-eye. I bring flip-flops with me always, just because you have to have closed-toed shoes, obviously, when you're on the aircraft for safety reasons. But when I'm sleeping, I like to remove my shoes and have my flip-flops just readily available if I need to like walk up and go to the bathroom or something like that. So yeah, that's what I pack in my bag, and I wanted to show you guys in a little bit more detail because it was a little bit chaotic with when I was on the aircraft and was very loud, as you guys saw. Just know that the redeployment process is different based on the location that you're at. So just follow instructions and you guys will be fine and well on your way home back to the States. Regardless of which route you go, military air versus civilian air, the rotator back home is going to be painful. Like, it is long, guys. Prepare for a very long flight. So take the tips that I've given you, but also come in with the mindset that it's gonna be a long flight, and try to do as much as you can to make it suck less. I am not very good at goodbyes.
I was fine until 2 seconds ago.
It's officially accepted.
Yes.
Pleasure. It was a pleasure. I say, I ask never goodbye.
Honestly, I was fine until I'm gonna get the coin. Give me 1 second. All right, I'm back. So I was fine literally until the OIC, which is the officer in charge of the medical center that I was working at, coined me. I was fine.
Any words of wisdom?
Join the Navy.
So, and I was coined a lot on this deployment, but this really meant a lot to me. And I will show you guys the coin. So it says on there, I don't know if you guys can see that. How do they do this? How do you, there it is. So it's Captain Paul, I think it's R. Allen. It's his coin. And so I was doing fine, guys, and then he coined me as I was leaving, and it was super emotional for me because you have to understand that joint service deployments are not really the easiest. Every service has their own culture. Navy has its own special culture. Air Force has its culture, you know. And working with the Navy toughened me. Period. Like, it's just a completely different culture, and you really have to prove yourself in order to be accepted.
It's officially accepted.
So the coining, right as I was leaving, it really meant a lot, and I got a little bit emotional. And it was just such a great deployment with such amazing people, making these lifetime, and I've told you guys in so many of my previous videos, like, deployments are fun, and deployments, honestly, to me, are a necessity. You make such great relationships, and I've made the best relationships with joint service members either way. It was very nice to get coined by Captain Allen, and it's Navy Captain. Navy Captain Allen. So, funny story. I mean, if you don't work joint service, you don't realize, because in every other service, captain is an 03. In the Navy, a captain is an 06, right? Because they're the captain of the ship. So captain is an 06, meaning equivalent to an Air Force colonel, which is, I mean, they kind of garner a little bit of respect. So just kind of, that's like a little point for you guys. Like, don't ever like mistake a Navy captain for an Air Force or Army or Marine Corps 03. It's different. Thank me later. You're welcome. We did our very quick layover and now we're headed back to the aircraft to go to Norfolk. It's about 9 hours, but we're all very excited to be going home. Get us home. Get us. We made it. I made it to my hotel, guys. It is dun 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 2:36 a.m. Yes. So long day. Long day. Home sweet home for a few hours. As you can see, I was reunited with my pup, Fishmo. I think I introduced him in my last video, but he's my dude, you know, I love him to death, and being away from him, I don't know, this job has taken me away from him a lot. I'm gone a lot, I'm traveling a lot. If I'm not deployed, I'm doing missions, so it was really awesome and amazing to see my dude. Yeah. And shout out to my friend Alicia, who I am staying with currently. Basically, I'm homeless. My friend Alicia was kind enough to let Fishmo and I crash at her place. God bless you, and we are so thankful. You know, find yourself some good friends. When I talk about military family and stuff, guys, this is what I'm talking about. Just FYI, this is what I'm talking about. People opening their homes to you without reservation, and I'm very grateful. Mi casa es tu casa. Is that how you say it in Spanish? Mi casa es tu casa. Mi casa es. I'll stop. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I really hope you got some value from it. If you did, go ahead and hit that like button. I really appreciate the support. And don't forget to subscribe if you're not already subscribed, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on any content that I have to provide for you. I will see you guys in my next video. Much love. Bye. Thank you for flying with Angel. I will see you guys next week. The process I took, that's a fly! Really, fly? Oh my God. This is more painful than I thought it would be. My channel, welcome to those,